All right, so this is Kyle's portfolio. Yeah, Kyle, 3D Kyle. Shout out. Oh man. Anyways, all right, cool. So Kyle's portfolio looks pretty nice. Dude, you got more followers and likes than me, I think. You badass. It's all spaced out on my screen. What you talking about, man? You talking about all this up here? The ArtStation Pro. Yes, worth getting. Worth it. Worth it. If you don't have a portfolio and you've been using ArtStation for all your art, as long as you're presenting your content in a portfolio style way, totally worth doing a pro. You also, despite, I don't know if I like this, but if you're doing jobs and you're searching, when you search for people up here, like search for artists, you will notice that show pro members first is always checked here. And you have to uncheck that every time you do a search. Take his likes and followers. Yeah, so the screen I'm using is it's a 1440. It's totally worth it. You're supporting these guys that are running ArtStation. They're running competitions. They're getting people work. They have a whole pipeline built for recruiters, I assume. Pay to win. All right. Hang on one second. All right, cool. So this is Kyle's portfolio. Check this out. We got this cool little feature now. I can zoom in here. Some great guy named Costas totally showed me how to do this, and then I can draw and do this and hit escape. It goes back. So nice. Okay, so Kyle is a freelance texture artist. Like, I want facts, Virus. I want facts. So Kyle is a freelance texture artist. He's got texture art, tutorials, scenes, props, interviews, and articles. So right off of the bat, oh, what is that? I would say that, oh, geez. I would say that your tutorials should probably be over here. Tut. What is going on with this? Okay, we're gonna try this with the mouse. This is gonna be rough, I'm assuming. I am not a pro. I need to sign up for it. The reason I haven't signed up for it is I still need to transition all of my portfolio over. Okay, so we've got tutorials here. That should go over here. You're gonna be a texture artist, then this is a good spot. We'll just we'll do this. So that's a good spot. Tutorials, no. Scenes. Let's say that scenes should go here, and then prop should go here, and their tutorial should go over here, like this. And then your interviews, these are in a good spot. Now, the main reason I say that is because the tutorials is not really the focus of your portfolio for acquiring a job, right? So with that said, I would say that your tutorials should be on the far right next to your interviews and articles. Now, your textures, because you're being a texture artist, I would suggest not grouping these all together. because like when you look at your texture art, like look at all those. If you're saying that you're a texture artist, I would totally love to see. Actually, if you can right now, change your settings so that these just spew out without being grouped, and let me know when you do it so I can see. And we'll let me know when that's good. And yeah, I don't have Pro yet. It's a sad story. Not really. I just need to click the button. I'm in no rush, I guess. I'm happy. I'm happy. All right, refreshing. Boom. Okay, so just looking at this, I'm like, oh shit, this guy's a texture artist. And then like obviously the stuff's a little bit out of order, right? I don't know if there's a way to control that. Oh man, I love that you posted this in here. So as far as seeing this stuff, I think your thumbnails just need to be a bit more presentable, and then you're good. So like, for example, this material ball here, like in this view is really nice, and I like that you have like the back shadow. It's like shadow to the behind the sphere. Yeah, you should be able to change the order and just drag those around. I would put your tutorial and this guy together. Just like show this one and then just call this like tutorial, and then down at the bottom just have a link in here, and that way you're not double posting your stuff. Because like this one, for example, you could just call this one tutorial because it also shows your material. Or even like take this image and just post it at the bottom of this, and then you can remove the other one because it shows your material, which is awesome, and then be like, oh yeah, that's a sick material, and then it also gets the Gumroad link and the tutorial out of the way as well. Language. Yeah, let's see here. I like that you put a darkening like shadow on the top banner. That way it's a bit easier to see this text. And then it looks like, see that your thumbnails are they don't feel like thumbnails as much. Like this one's pretty good, but the text is so small. The text is so small on it. Oh, there's a video in here too. The text is so small on it that in thumbnail view, it's hard to read. So it's more about selling the thumbnail, or what's in it through the thumbnail. Let's see what this we got a Keyblade here. So this looks like really old work. Yeah, it's 2 years old. This one's 2 years old. It's a year old. Oh, we're digging back now. So this is 2 years old. Interesting. Because what I'm seeing here these don't look like the same artists. I guess maybe you were going for like maintaining the shapes of the game. Rip Kingdom Hearts. Narrower. This one's pretty cool. This is 2 years ago as well. So I think, oh man, there's a video. So I'll mute it just so we can watch this video and talk about it. So in this shot right here, everything is blurry except for this area and this area, when I think it should be flipped. Like this should be blurry, and you should be able to see all this detail down here. This also, like, because it's so light up there, it feels like it's not textured. I would prefer probably darker, like similar to this, so that you get the visual appearance of more space or detail. let's keep going through this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What do we see here? So this tree is also up close, and the way the tree is built, it's pretty rough because it's doing this, and then it's this, and then this, and it's very clear that that's what's happening. You need oh man, I can zoom in. Yes. Okay. So you have these lines, right? We need a way to break that up so that you don't get that look. That will help a lot, because like in this area here, it's okay. Just because you can see in front of you that it's breaking up and stuff, but it's like you have like if I do this and then go up, essentially you're getting a gradient of darkness going up through there. So just adding a lot more detail, and maybe it's just because it's stylized, but make sure that this scene's going to be gone in a few months once I release my new scene. Dude, awesome. What's up, Sublime? How you doing? So let's see what else we got here. This, oh, it's the wrong color, but I like this. It's really cool. Yeah, I'll give you feedback, even though I know that this is work that technically is done and you've moved on, right? I mean, it's been 2 years. I hope you've moved on. So the leaves are very dark here. The way the texture is wrapping around this, and then on the bottom edge here is very harsh. So you can see there's like and I think it's because that's where the tile is ending and the next tile is starting. The material here, maybe it's a style you're going for, but the material here is like, it's very rounded, right? It needs all the little extra leaves and stuff kind of faking the detail. It works pretty well for hedges. Would you say it is cool to have your progression on your ArtStation? I don't think you should have your progression on your ArtStation. I think that's more of like your ArtStation should present, or your portfolio even, should present your best work, even if that's you stripping it down to 2 scenes or a handful of props. But like, yeah, I would suggest keeping it like narrowed down to that. What is this message? Let me make sure everything is okay. Oh, it's Reed telling everyone that I went live. Panion, what's up? Yeah, I'm actually in the process of getting my Twitch affiliate stuff solved. It takes time because I'm not in the US, but I'm American. Lewis, I wouldn't say deleted. I mean, you could keep it online for yourself. Dude, Roop, what is up, man? How you doing? Roop's one of the original stream followers from like back when I was StarCrafting like crazy. Yeah. I should move to the US then? You get out of here with that opinion. You dangerous man, you. So with that said, on the ArtStation being for portfolios and how up to date the content should be in there, it should show your best work. Trump would not be proud. Yeah. So what I would do with that work instead of deleting it is probably just put it on a blog. If you look at people's ArtStations that are, let me see here. Not the making of that. We need join the ArtStation team. Featured Pro portfolio. So, for example, let's go to this guy's portfolio. So if you click his ArtStation, this should bring us to his, yeah, so this is his Pro ArtStation account. So you can see how it says home, artworks, and resume. You can actually add links up here. So I could, if I go pro, I can add a stream link. I can add my YouTube channel. And I can add a blog link. Roop, congrats on the child that's on the way. That's super exciting, man. I like creep follow you on the Facebooks. Tell no one. Tell no one. I'm still in Sweden, if you were curious. I just had a kid, I guess, with a dog. Super cute. His name's Maru, which means circle, I think, in Japanese. Super creepy pinion. I'm watching you. Skipping class. I can watch the stream with a nice coffee. How dare you skip a class? How dare you? Like, I just had a kid with a dog. It's a dog kid. No, that didn't come out right, did it? No, Swedish is fucking up my language, man. You calling kids dogs? Anyways. What is going on? What is this? All right. Let's try that out. Anywho, I have a dog who is kind of like having a kid. You have to speak a lot of Swedish? No, not at all. But hearing Swinglish around me can have a pretty serious effect on your ability to speak English. All right, so Kyle, let me scroll through the rest of this really quickly and see if there's anything that we're... So this shot is pretty nice. Pulling back like this, I think you just need to be in your future work. These lines here. Oh man, I'm doing this with the mouse. Ugh. Just waiting for the moment for the dog to hop on camera. It's not gonna happen. I have the door closed. There's like a rug in here. He will totally pee on it. But make sure to break up these spots with stuff. Like chairs, bench, like long benches, like a trash can thing here, something, right? Just break up those edges. This is also very, very straight. And I guess you could maybe like, I don't know what you could do with that. I guess maybe take this strip here and bevel it up a little bit. So that this, like if we could see through it, it goes down and then out to the ground like that. All the dogs. Kids peeing on everything. You guys are insane. Let's see here. This is cool. I like your ceiling here. I think solving where these connect will be important. Dog cam for the stream. This mountain is super tall. It's like looming. I think maybe something more along these lines will probably help. Because the camera angle is so low that is like, we're talking space. Outer space. So you have a contrast with the background here. So this inset area here is dark, and then your outer area to the wall is also dark. If you made this material lighter, for example, that would help a lot with being able to read the indoor from the outdoor. Man, you guys are going crazy. And then I think for the last thing on this is these details. They're just adding a ton more, and then probably making sure that like that it's not even. So if you were to do like this across the whole area, right? Let's say that this is what it looks like. Taking this side down more, like that, and maybe like going down a little bit here will help a lot, and then maybe a little bit on here. And yes, the scale is way off. It happens, man. Scale is like a huge pet peeve of a lot of people I know. So make sure your scale is flawless. For these screenshots, I would just take the, or these thumbnails, I would just take the background and darken it so that the sphere really pops. This is an interesting presentation as well. So just having like the samples like this. I think if you do that, to keep the noise down, I would take the samples of the background and just darken them so that you're just looking at the sphere. And then I'd make the sphere just slightly smaller so that you have a little bit of room like here. Like you have a little bit of breathing room here. I would just put that on the sides here as well. And then this thumbnail, of course, feels very, I don't know, it feels unintentional because the text is clipping and yeah, all that jazz. This was a good one. This is a good presentation, this thumbnail. So like if you give this a little bit more room and see how the background is simple, man, if the background of all of your materials had that, you would actually get a basically just spheres as a sample. It's like a platter of delicious materials, if you will. Only the most sophisticated would be able to enjoy the complexity of the flavors you bring with your materials. But yeah, in general, your portfolio is pretty solid. It just needs to, the thumbnails just need to be tuned. I mean, the work in here is really good. Oh, I love this material. Nom, 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 nom. All right, I've got 45 minutes to work on my stuff. Let's see how that goes. All right, be right back.